Hello everyone. So let's just do the same as what I done the other day. And like you said, I'm not going to say that I'm going to do it every day, but I'll try. That's all we can do in life. Yesterday, holy fucking mother of God. The thing is, right, okay, long story short, right, if you're new to me, my name's Claire. Healing is weave through everything I do. Oh, my voice is already a lot better than what it was. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I had the flu, which then developed into a chest infection. Although we are going through a huge ascension process, it never stops, and a collective dark night of soul. And because I'm a shaman in a collective channel, especially for twin flames, but for world energy, the way that I transmute energy is insane. You wouldn't believe it. It really hits my physical body pretty hard at sometimes, which is why I don't care about any other kind of shit that's apparently, oh my god, it's gonna kill us all, right? Sending love to whoever has been affected. Basically, whenever someone's not feeling well, they've always got my love. But I'm being really blunt here, right? Mercury and Venus is in Capricorn. But what I mean is, what I've always cared about is things like the flu and cold, because I don't just catch a run of the mill, oh, I've got a wee sniffly nose and I can get on with it. No, I get full blown flu and it can be quite some time before I shift it. So I really massively do protect my 144, protect my energy when it comes to things like that. Do you know what I mean? So, because flus and colds are contagious, you know what I mean? They've been around for eons. And what do? Quite simply, you rest. But, you know, most people, they don't like that. They don't like that that's the answer. Just stay fucking put in your bed, have your hot drinks and your soup and your hot water bottles and sleep that shit away. And yes, it can take a long time, but I'm living proof of it because I did have that for it's more or less I would say 3 weeks, because it will be 3 weeks tomorrow exactly. I'm filming this on, oh no, it's 3 weeks today. Aye, it's Saturday. It was Saturday I woke up. So yeah, it's literally 3 weeks today that I started feeling really not well right after the challenge. And like I say, although it might not totally sound like it, I just have to watch with my voice and my, like, you know, how much I'm putting out there. But it's really interesting because just a few other sort of synchronicities, and when I'm led to others that do similar to me, I'm noticing there's many people that do similar to me channeling about the twin flame journey, that they've got issues with their throat. So it is a lot to do with people in the collective finding their true voice. And if you think about what I channeled earlier, actually, it was a combination of those of you or your twins that are going through the dark night of the soul, and a very much, oh my god, because yesterday was the 16th in the Tower card. It is so weird how I do tend to experience the energy of the moon and the, like I say, the card related to tarot. I don't know why it's like that, but it has been for ages. Because honestly, I could probably write a book alone on the kind of days that I've had related to the tarot card. It's really fucking nuts. But anyway, but yeah, because I had a lot of long story short, because it's going to make sense to someone else, I had a lot of past stuff surfacing, a lot of past pain and memory surfacing yesterday, and oh my god, it was horrible. It was just all this shit. I'm like, why the fuck am I thinking about all of this? And it's quite interesting because it literally is just about to hit that part of my chart where all that would happen, where you would go over the past and, you know, all your subconscious fear and your desires, like everything would just be right in your face, and but I'm not in it yet, and I wasn't in it yesterday. But to me, it's because, and that's interesting, I was just really badly rubbing my eyes, right? You know, when you rub your eyes that much that you start seeing stars. That's just me, but it looks like the universe. So that means something too. You do some astral traveling out there. But yeah, it's like It's because Mercury retrograde is the 29th, so because we're in the shadow period, and also we're, you know, days away from the winter solstice, a huge energies coming in. But the good news is it's the 17th tonight as I'm channeling this, and 17 is the star card, the card of hope and healing. So wherever you're at on your own personal spiritual journey, I hope that, like our channel tonight when I've done the written post, I hope that you're finding that healing that you need for your journey. And I hope that you're, there's some happiness in there too, because the star card it depends on what way you look at it. I more felt tonight as a channel that it was just about you doing what's going to pick your energy up in any sort of way. Whether it is that you're really quite happy and for no particular reason, or whether you've got a lot to be happy about, or whether you're feeling a bit shit because you've not been well, or you're in your dark night soul 555, big changes, as I said, that transformation terminals. There's always something to be grateful about. There might not always be something to be, blissfully, amazingly happy about, and many people find this time of year a bit miserable. Many people fucking love it like a kid too, but it's kind of like, just do what works for you is basically the point. Right, okay, so that is a wee bit of the chat that they wanted to give before. So now what I'm going to do is, so it's Libra Moon. Libra Moon is about balancing your own feminine and masculine energy, inner energy within you, and you're always balancing your feminine and masculine energy within your twin flame dynamic as well, regardless of whether you're in physical union or not. You're always energetically doing that. When you're taking empowered action and paying attention to your boundaries and saying no where you need to. Oh, that's linked to what I channeled earlier as well. With all these Christmas invitations or Christmas, you know what I mean? Do you want to go for a drink, or do you want to come to this party? Or like I said about, I was laughing when my best pals was like, I was secretly glad when it was cancelled. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing better than that, eh? When you really do not want to go to something and it gets cancelled, it's like, yes. But it's like, I wish I could go back to, well, I never have any regrets, but it kind of makes me want to be like, I want to go back to that past me and be like, listen, if you don't want to go, just don't go. But then when I thought about something, I actually kind of was like that. When I can think back to when I was going on nights out quite a lot of the time, I was quite good at that. Like, if I tuned in to, nah, it doesn't matter how many drinks I knock back, or what kind of clubs I like or bars that we go to, it's not going to shift me out of this mood. And I got to a certain point where I had quite a high awareness of myself that I just knew I wasn't getting, no matter how much I've had friends that have tried to twist my arms, like, come on, this, that, and, try to entice you with all sorts of shit. I've had friends over the years that even be like, oh, you never know, he might be there. And it's like, well, so fucking what if he is, because he'll probably ignore me anyway. It's like, sorry, that was actually pretty funny and true. But do you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? It's about knowing yourself and getting comfortable with yourself and being like, do you know what? Because actually, that is, I was like, why do you make me sit? But I get it. It's like, yeah, that's desperate. It's a little bit like when I gave that example before of many moons ago when another best friend of mine had called me up and been like, get yourself down here, such and such is here. And I was like, mate, it's a fucking festival and it's 2 a.m. I know the clubs are open till 5, but I'm not fucking coming down to that bar and, oh, hi, there's just fucking wander in here at 2 a.m. My pal didn't just fucking, no. I'm sorry. Listen, you've got to be in it to win it and all that. And if you're that kind of person that's going to do that, fucking, you do you. But that is not me, right? I go too much the other way too, where I'm like, no, too proud. But do you know what I'm saying? And believe me, although that is the decision I made, I was desperate at the time. I was totally desperate to see him, talk to him, anything. But I was not allowing my ego was like, nah, there's no fucking danger. Like, no way. That's not happening, right? And I didn't. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I do get where they're coming from. It's that kind of one shape. Maybe it's got something to do with a bit of age when we're talking specifically about twin flame journey, but that can tie in and to do with, anybody you fancy or that. It's just know that coming from that place of desperately grabbing at the money, or desperately grabbing at the clients, or desperately grabbing at somebody that you fancy, or anything, whether it's twin flame related or not, it's gonna push you away. Can you imagine in that circumstance? Do you think that my twin flame would have found that attractive if I had rolled into that bar at 2 in the morning? No. Because in fact, I can't even finish the sentence. It would never have happened in a month of Sundays. There's just no fucking way I would ever do that, right? Because it shouldn't be that hard. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't be that hard. If somebody wants you, they'll come after you when they're ready. Anyway, we'll just move on because I didn't want this to be about the romance. But that is my fucking purpose, and of course it's Libra Moon. Look at that, let go's peeking out. We'll do the love card right now before we get in the money, because he did want to go on about that for some reason. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. Right, I'm sorry, I'm done. That's exactly why they made me hear that story. Just fucking let it go. That's what I channeled earlier. Oh, wait a minute, I need to shuffle once more. That's so funny. I need to listen back to that and see. Right, we need to ask a question. Oh, look at that. True love and confusion. Oh dear. True love comes when you least expect it. Well, that's kind of in line with what I'm saying as well. It doesn't come about when you're hanging about, sitting looking out the window like that. Why are you feeling that card? Confusion. All seekers of truth experience confusion. That's the Dark Night Soul. Ask the divine to provide the answers that you need. Look at that. That guy's like, fuck my life. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit. I'm in love. Oh God. Right, this is funny. So, I mean, I'm saying guy, oh, yeah, look, I'm in love, and actually it's like this person feels like the other half of my soul. Or that could be like, shit, I'm married to someone else and they're not the other half of my soul, because that woman's like, fuck my life. Who's that guy? I've just woke up in a nightmare. Trust. You need to have trust in order for it to flourish, right? And then look, that's my card of she's on her own. And I always say there's not too many cards in this deck where it's a person on their own, but she's just stopping where she is to smell the flowers. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, right? That's exactly what I channeled earlier. So definitely read the written post. Right, I'm going to do one more because I want to ask something. I want to actually ask. Oh, look, there's separation on the back. So, two things. I feel the separation between people that are ready for it will be coming to an end at some point. You let go when that is. Time apart from your partner on the horizon. But the fact that it made me saying that, I don't stay optimistic. I don't feel it's, yeah. And that one's about your love life's ascending to a higher commitment, engagement. You know, it's like taking things to the next level. What was I going to ask? Yeah, it can be about, say, like karmic things breaking down where there weren't meant to be either anymore. Right, so, and remember, it's not just romantic, but I did sort of feel it was that saying, oh, these are all round all the wrong way. Right, I'm just going to shuffle them in like this, and I'm not going to look. So, what do we need to know? And so I'm looking away, but you might see cards that speak to you, because they're not right, you know, they're all round different ways, but that'll be for a reason. Tell us something specific. I keep thinking it's Friday. So I'm wondering if there was something significant about 16th of December, someone, or Friday there, just yesterday as I'm filming this, because I keep thinking it's Friday and it's not, it's Saturday. But it's about, and this is timeless, this can be whenever, although I've got that's just to be cute, right? But I mean, if this shit is relevant, you definitely let me know, because, oh, for fuck's sake. Surprise has just popped. I didn't ask a question, it doesn't matter. Let's oh yeah. Right. Surprise. There's quite a lot of channeled about surprises here. You may be about to be surprised, yeah, when you let go. That's what I'm getting from this. Let your friends help you. Ask for it and accept support from others. I'm sick of that coming through. I'm getting bored of it because it just feels like I'm saying the same thing all the time. Wherever you don't allow others to help you, let them help you. Yeah, basically. New love, and remember, the new love can be, yes, it can be new love, but you could have known them in a past life. There's many twin flames that you will have known each other in a past life, and you're reuniting in this life. So yes, they are new in a sense, but actually they're going to have a deep familiarity. I can't say that word, familiarity. I can't say it. So again, look, and it's funny because when I slow down and focus, I actually can say it. I'm not even going to bother at night though. But everything means something. When I'm channeling, I'm like, I can't say it, and I'm holding express your love. So it's somebody's feeling like they can't say it, you know. So because remember, this is new love, but it can also be new love coming about with an old person, especially we've got Mercury retrograde coming up there quite soon. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah, and it's like what they're saying to this as well. It's like, yeah, because see when I said whatever I said there about, oh, fuck my life, I'm in love. I was hearing that song. It's really lovely, actually. I came across it on my Spotify one day. I can't remember what it called again. It's like, I'm going to have to find it on the Spotify. Oh, let's put the Spotify on as I'm doing this, actually. It's like, it's something about I'm in love. It's just a guy describing why he's in love. But it's like he's terrified and all that. So, and I'm saying a guy, but you could be a woman. Where is it? What's it? I don't even know what it's called. I think it is actually called. I think it's called something like I'm in love. I guess I'm in love. Clinton Kane. Yeah, so you can just listen to that. Wait a minute, actually. Let's just remind myself. Because it did come, I thought, what? When I said it, it sounded like the lyrics. Oh, I'm obsessed. Right, well, it starts off by saying, oh, I'm obsessed. So that could be, which, oh, that's not always a good feeling, is it? And that is the initiation of the twin flame journey. That's what it's like. You're like, fucking hell, why am I thinking about this person like this? This is not right. Which is why I say it's like the devil card. You can be really seriously fucking worried about yourself. And actually, when other people notice how much you've got it bad for them, they'll be fucking talking about you, worried about you too. When other people have got nothing better to do in their life, they're probably still fucking talking about you. But the way that I'd see that as well, that probably means that there's something there, doesn't it? Otherwise, people wouldn't fucking pay any attention. But if people are gossiping about you, it's because there's something to be gossiped about. Oh, I'm a mess. When I overthink the little things in my head, you seem to always help me catch my breath. But then I lose it again when I look at you. That's the end. Yeah, so basically, go and read the word. Like, it is a really lovely, beautiful song that I hadn't heard until they've tricked me into doing a fucking love reading, but we'll just go with it. I'll do the money in a minute, right? It's so I'm just laughing because I don't know why I'm surprised. And by the way, when the door goes, I'm off, no matter what bit I'm at, because that's my tie. I got a green tie. I was going to get a Chinese, and I was like, nah, I want green tie curry because that's I've gotten really into that of late. So, I was doing my healthy eating. I thought, you know what? Fuck this, right? It's a week before Christmas. Nothing's going to get sorted out anytime. So just fucking bring it on, right? Crisps, dip, chocolate. I said dip. That's hilarious. Crisps and dip. Jesus Christ. You Sagittarius-minded people. That's funny. I'm going to laugh when I watch that back. Right, why am I shuffling? I'm waiting to see if the devil card comes out. What do we need to know about what I just said? And that, so is this somebody stuck in their head, not being able to express themselves because they're in love? That's basically what we're getting, and that is where we know divine masculines are at, that are awakened. Divine masculines that are not fully awakened, they're probably distracting themselves with whatever their chosen distraction method is. And actually, there can be a bit of both. There can be the divine masculines that will be doing that anyway, even though they are away. Each their own, because that card's still lying there from the other day. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out your ass pronto. Some people will know that spending time alone, healing yourself, and definitely not involving any kind of distraction like drink and drugs and whatever is going to be the thing to do there. And some people will be like, right, I need to distract myself, I can't handle this, and they'll numb it away with drink, drugs, sex, rock and roll, you know what I mean? And people gonna do what they're gonna do, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Right, what do we need to know about what I just channeled about that song? It's gonna be relevant to someone. Like I say, it's because all my Gemini placements reside in the 7th house. Well, 7th to 8th house, so they want me to heal stuff to do with the divine lovers. What do we need to know about whether that's a man or a woman? Divine masculine energy anyway, that's feeling all up in their head. What's there else? Yeah, look, Temperance, but it's in reverse. So it's like a real need to balance the emotions, but not, I'm getting just not feeling in control. And oh yeah, we're in Libra Moon, not feeling in control. Oh, look at that. The orgy card, Charlotte. I refer to Charlotte because me and Charlotte find this card particularly fun. I think everyone does. But it's not an orgy. It's the mirror image. But basically, yeah, it's the moon, right? So this is fear. And I did pull that reverse there too. So again, in some ways, I could read this as, I'm going to read it this way, right? Feeling imbalanced. And remember, we're in Libra moon right now, which is balanced. So feeling imbalanced, trying to get a handle on these emotions. So when I think about the song that I channeled and what these cards that have come out, it's about, oh yeah, look, oh, this is so clever how they do this. The Emperor is trying to get a handle on his or her, or whatever you want to say, feelings. But the secret's out. There we go. So it's like the secret is out, and I feel even if it's like, whether this is you or your parent, even if someone isn't actually saying how they feel, everyone could see it. That's what I'm getting from this. That's the downloads I'm getting. It's like everyone can see that this, because also it's like, this is like, it's so interesting because it's like they're telling me it's like you're not meant to know, well, you will know if it's you, but if it's your twin, you're not meant to know what bit they're at. But it's like some that could be putting the fear behind you. Like trying to balance your emotions, but you're putting the fear behind you. But for some, it's like there's an imbalance of emotions and it's actually doubled down on the fear. And and yeah, that is the truth, because there's the Ace of Swords. Also, there's some kinky shit going on in this picture, and I don't ever, it's like I more feel it's like this card always screams spell work, because it's got a pin cushion. It's like scissors needing to cut the ties, but it's trapped, isn't it? Yeah, look, trapped in the head. So it can be trapped with a person or trapped in your head, because there's the Five of Swords, worrying. That's also spell work too, in the reverse. Magician in the reverse, it's like, oh look, the Lovers in the reverse. But to me, that always feels like third parties, because it's like two women on the card, but it's like, there's no love here. That's what I'm getting from that card. It's like, there's whoever I'm channeling about here, it's like, it's the Divine Masculine collective. It's like, I'm not feeling this with anyone. It's like, basically, wait a minute, what deck can I use? Let's just go off the beaten path. How is this person feeling? I'm feeling they're telling me this person, whether it's you or your twin, it's going to be one or the other. It's like, it's completely despondent. That's not a good feeling. It's what I heal people from a lot of the time, but it's just, that's what I was picking up on yesterday, and sometimes it can be confusing. Sometimes I work it out pretty quick that it's not my own. And sometimes I can feel like it's my own, but that's how I felt, by the way. Like, I just felt like shit yesterday. Like, I just had to sleep most of the day away and just purge it out. I was having a wee cry at certain points, like, and again, then I feel great today. It's what I said. That is what this energy is like right now. And so remember, with me, I'm not saying that, I'm definitely not saying that, so everyone's like, oh, Claire, I hope you're right. Like seriously, like, it's, it's, because I know when I feel great the next day that it was collective, because like, what the fucking hell was all that about? But this is what I'm saying, you just never know in the twin flame journey. And especially with me, it's like, I'm picking up on collective stuff. Yes, obviously, it's me as well, sometimes, not all the time. But I can also pick up on others that I'm connected to, not just my twin. I can pick up on all the twins. So, but I'm sharing it so that you know if anyone else was really feeling that. There was a very sad energy about on the 16th here, Friday 16th. Right. Tell me about this man or woman, whoever I'm picking up on about all this fear, whatever you want to bombard and change the way that I was going to do this reading. How is it that they're feeling? Look, yeah, there's that energy. Think it through. Look, it's like, but it's in reverse. It's like this person's fucking sick of thinking things through. Push through any insecurity. This is making sense. This is what I was, look, this is fear. And they're pushing through insecurities, cancers, feelings as well, to express their love when I pull the other card. Yeah, work through your feelings, Aries, and forgive. Yeah, so full moon and Pisces too. Oh, that's deep. So it's like this, whether this is you or your twin, it's like someone's sick of thinking things through because they've ran circles around themselves. They're pushing through, trying to push through insecurities, working through feelings, and forgiving themselves. And detoxifying their life of everything that is holding them back. Seeing the bigger picture, or look, there we go, I knew it was going to come out somewhere. Letting the fears dissolve. Right, although I did pull it in reverse, so I feel it's like whoever this is going to resonate with, it's like trying to dissolve those fears. But Spirit saying be proud of yourself, because like I wrote earlier, it's really tough, right? And to be real. And I did write in the thing earlier, be real. It's like, you know, keep it. And also, by the way, full moon in Aquarius. Fuck me, that's the one I really don't like. Every full moon Aquarius I've ever had has been horrendous. It's just true. I'm not manifesting. I mean, we're not near it anytime soon. Whoa, that nearly went on fire. Look, whoa. There's going to be some twin flame surprises because that card fell in the candle. You may be about to be surprised. Let go. Let go to be surprised. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out and divine time. Right, okay, that's enough. Right, so let's get into what I was actually going to do. But we always do what we're meant to do around here, so that's fine. Right. Actually, and before I forget, because I'm actually just going to pull Charlotte's card. So I'd said if anybody wants a free card to ask on the video, Charlotte's the only one that done it, so I'm never going to assume that somebody wants a card unless they say so. And also it's teaching you to ask for what it is you need. So let's pull Charlotte a card. One card, so... And if you'd like a free card reading or a 6 card reading, which can often turn into more cards than that, then yeah, you can. I'll put the details below. A tenner, 3 cards, 20 quid, 6 cards. And I'll just do it the next time I do either a video like this or whenever I'm guided to go live. I feel I will be spontaneously going live around... I'm not going to give a time because that's not how I work with Spirit, my guides, God, divine. But I feel it probably will be around the start of the week there, right? So maybe I think I'll probably be good to go for the old 12th House Tuesday, because we haven't done that for a while, but I'll just see. So, but otherwise I'll just do them when I do this. What does Charlotte need to know at this time? Oh, there it is. Trust the universe. So kind of annoying, Charlotte, I know, but trust the universe. And on the bottom of the deck we've got honour your feelings, full moon in Pisces. First quarter moon in Pisces, and of course you are a Pisces sun. So trust the universe and honour your feelings. So what I'm getting from that, Charlotte, is it's really what that was my stomach rumbling. Aye, hurry up, green Thai curry. But it's like, honour your feelings with however you're feeling. So it's kind of like what I channeled today. If you're feeling in the mood for Christmas parties and, you know, Christmasing it up, whatever that looks like with the kids, friends, whatever, do that. If you're feeling like retreating from the world for a bit, Christmas jammies, like I'm wearing right now, I wear these all year round though, do that. And unless anything's drastically changed, I'm more feeling you're going to be into the whole Christmas jammies and taking care of self. Right there with you, sister. Right, so... let's do this reading now. So, right, so, this is so interesting. I'm going to be interested to watch this back, because like I say, I kind of get fucked off with my guys when they do that, but whatever. Let go, somebody needed to hear it out there. Right, what? Oh, let go, look what I just said. Wait a minute, see if James Bay comes on. Just let it go. Right, why is it not letting me shuffle? Oh, because I didn't put it. Nah. Shuffle. Go slow. You should let it go. Oh no, it's not that. I thought it was that, but it's like, why have I saved it then? It's not even the one I thought it is. Waiting for a lifetime for you. That's the one that just came on. Wasn't looking for love till I found you. Nah. Right, okay. We're moving away from the love though, but I will glance over at the phone from time to time. It'll be interesting. It makes sense when we're moving away from the love stuff. Although remember, I say we're moving away from the love stuff, but although my intention is to be about abundance, abundance just means it means happiness. So sometimes the happiness is going to come from love, sometimes it's going to come from money, sometimes it's going to come from just anything good happening, success. So just keep your eyes and ears and senses open for what makes sense for you. So this is for collective, so it might make sense to you tonight, today, whenever you watch this, or it might not be yours, and just enjoy what comes through. Right. What chakra do we need to know about for the collective? Whether that be divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever. People out there. What chakra wisdom does the collective need? And when, by the way, for those of you who don't know that, when I say the collective is anyone out there that happens to land across this, whatever they needed to hear, kind of thing. You know, that's the best way to describe it. So, it might not be all of it that resonates, it might be none of it. Usually it's some of it, you know what I mean? If you're, anyway, we all know that, but just somebody new might be watching. Right. Oh, what? That's a bit boring. Same fucking card. But do you know what it means in the same, what's on the bottom? Oh my god. That's funny. Look what's on the bottom, impatience. When it's the same, look, when it's the same fucking card coming out, right? Out of all those cards, it's the lesson hasn't been learned. So whoever this is for, you're not listening. Like, you're not, and again, this is not me saying it to you. If you don't get how channeling works, I'm just saying what I'm being told. It's like, you're either not listening, or more time needs to be put to the process for you to get. I've just opened the book at the page again. That happened on the last video. Let's shuffle the other ones for me to tie it together. But it's like, the lesson hasn't been learned yet, right? What does the collective need to focus on abundance-wise? What? That's just... This is kind of fat. That's the same card as well. It's fucking Santa. And it's a week till Christmas. This is fucking... I don't know if this is annoying or magical. Okay, we've got the same two cards. What are the chances of that? An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Oh, there's that surprise element again. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health and charitable work. And I just can't get over the fact that Santa's on that, because it's like, I really do feel, I don't know if you've got some people, it's like, it could even be, like, can be as little as, like, I've got an uncle that every year gives me, like, a voucher for Christmas or birthdays, which obviously I'm very grateful for, but it's the kind of thing that kicks about my house for like a year or two, and then I'm like, oh shit, I better use it. That's why I used them recently. But I was really grateful, because I've been ill for weeks, so do you know what I mean? It was needed for me to not spend any money that I basically don't have, you know, and definitely not. That's what I find annoying about Christmas, is people get themselves into debt and that, and people that truly love you don't want you doing that. That's when you kind of know it's karmic, you know, if you've got kind of demanding girlfriends or boyfriends or something that are, you know, expecting you to go into mountains of debt just to, you know, to get them a decent present. Like, fuck, is that true love? I don't know, maybe that's some people's idea, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I was listening to an audiobook the other day, and it's true. It was something generally along the lines of, that's when you can tell the real people, you know, when, because he was talking about a man, it's like, if you've been rolling in dough and all that, and you've got the fancy car and the fancy clothes, and you've got the woman on your arm and that, and you're taking her out for meals and all that, but what happens when the money's gone, and this is what I channeled yesterday, you know, when I said something like, I was about to lose it all. And I meant the post, but it was like they were saying to me, somebody either is about to lose it all, or they're going to feel like they've lost it all, or from their perspective, they've lost it all, you know. And again, that's the dark night. So it's the death of the ego. And what is going to be the best way to kill someone's ego? Take the money away. You know what I mean? When people are too overly focused on money or success or material anything, take it away from them. You know what I mean? That's why I say be humble. And that, oh shit, and then that's why we've still got the same cards. But it's like, when you're grateful for the slightest of things, and I know, you know, like, you know, over all the years that I've channeled these messages, whether it be written or videos or whatever it is I'm doing, whether it's collective or personal ones, it's always things that happen in my life I'm, you know, that I use either recent things or things from years ago, or sometimes it's, you know, decades ago. And it's kind of, oh, that's interesting. Now it's Babe, Emily Sandé, and that is about something about it. I'm sure that says something about the dark night. Wait a minute, where is it here? I was lost in the dead of night, but then came angels I could not fight on. I'm sure she's a twin flame, by the way. She always goes on about angels. I said that when I was at her concert, and I said to my friend at the time, I said, I bet you she's a Pisces, and I googled it and she is. Because she's always going about angels. I could not fight on. All of a sudden, I'm fading. I was blinded by the light till you say, babe, it's okay now, let it out. Anyway, just read it a bit. It's like, to me, that's not the bit. Where is it? It's something, it just feels like there's something needs to happen in a hurry. That's what I always get from that song. Oh yeah, there we go. It's just a love that they're afraid of. But see, I'm not afraid to take a leap, not afraid to get too deep, singing. Yeah. Again, she's going on about the angels. Again, you'll see what I mean if you look at the words. She's just always mentioning angels. Anyway, bloody blah. That's relevant, because that is about when the chips are down, who's by your side? Who's not going to care? Who's not going to care that you've not got loads of money? Who's going to care that you're in the worst time of your life? The people that don't care, you kind of want to cut them loose. Why the fuck would you want anyone like that around you? I wouldn't. Let me tell you, I already go into my personal life enough, but anybody that has shown their true colours to me in the last few years, they're not around me anymore. You know what I mean? And life, it's funny, just life has a way of making sure they don't get anywhere near me. Or I make sure they don't get anywhere near me. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got boundaries. And that can seem pretty harsh. And like I said, like I channeled the other day, you might get people making out that you're being too, I don't know, strict or overreacting or anything. But that is what people usually do. You know, they try to flip it around and make it your fault. And that's why I said it. I cringe when I reflect back on loads of situations in my life where just so that there could be a mending or a making up with someone, I've found myself putting my pride and ego aside to apologise to someone, even though it wasn't my place to apologise, just because I thought this person's never, and they're never going to apologise, and therefore, what if our friendship is never mended? So then I would always end up, and that's not right, guys, fucking hell, you know what I mean? And you hope that people will learn their lesson, and you know, the point is you need to learn your lesson, so don't do that, because that, you know, many people will orchestrate it so that you do that. And there's very clever ways, I mean, oh, why do they make me talk about this? But there's very clever ways in which people will give you big massive sob stories, but they'll never apologise, and that's a really big sign that just fucking back off a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because if somebody's never, because whenever things like that in my life, it's like, you know, I can always see where there's fault on both sides, but sometimes it's worth fighting for a relationship. I'm not even, by the way, I'm not talking about romance, I'm talking about friendships here, but this can go for romance. So sometimes it's worth fighting for something, and sometimes it's just not. And that's what I channeled the other day, when someone's caught in the, there we go, in the darkness. I'm burping, by the way, that's what I'm transmuting energy. When someone's caught in the darkness, it's wise to back off. That's what Spirit are saying to me. It's wise to just back off and see that they're in a dark place, and that they're going to project all their darkness onto you. And just, you know, it's annoying, but you have to, you know, it's sad too. Whenever it's happened to me with people in the past, it's sad. But sometimes you'll reunite with these people in the future, sometimes you won't, and their part in your story is over. You know what I mean? People in your life for a reason, season, or lifetime. Right, what have we got here? Now, if it's the same card from the other day, that's going to be really weird. How many times have we caused ourselves pain because we failed to pause and think, how would my best self view and respond to this situation? That's quite interesting with what I just said. I think that really ties in with what I just said. It's like, and remember when I say I, it was God speaking through me, Spirit speaking through me. It's like, if somebody's causing you confusion and pain, and you're like, oh my God, everything they're accusing me of, they're actually stuck in it themselves. Well, be the bigger person. And before I'd learned that lesson in my journey, I'd be like, do you know what? I know I'm fucking right, but this person's so, like, stuck in their ego and pride. I'm just going to fucking apologise and know that for myself so that we can move on. But then you get to a certain point where you're like, nah, that's not right. This person's never going to learn their lesson if I keep doing that, whether I'm in their life or not. So that's not happening this time. And like I say, sadly for me, when I learned that lesson with lots of different people, they were moved out of my life. Yeah. And that's ones where I've had to accept the apology is never coming. And even if it does now, it wouldn't make a difference. And that's interesting, is Rise Up just came on, because that was all my karmic energies, you know what I mean, which came in forms of many different people, and it was just, that was lessons I had to learn. That's why I say it's different. For some people it's like one person homed in on, for others it's lots of different situations that appear in different people. Really, if we want to take it to an even higher learning Sagittarius point, that would be everyone, and that would be very 7th house Libra energy, because we're in Libra moon right now, that everyone's a mirror, really. Everyone's a mirror, but nobody will be a bigger mirror than your twin flame. But that's interesting that I channeled earlier about anybody that's karmic energy in life will be in your 7th house too, which is long-term relationship, partnership, leading to marriage for some, where people are into all that jazz. Yeah, so, yeah, anyway, well, I don't know. If you want to know more about that, book a session and I can look at your chart. Right, but how would my best self view and respond to the situation? Well, in a situation where someone's causing you pain, confusion, and you're just getting nowhere, you create a boundary, or you sever the ties, whoever it is. You know what I mean? You'll know where that is. But anyway, that's what I'll get. It might be different for different people. I'm guided to look at the bottom card. Any plunge into the unknown is reckless, but that's where the treasure lies. Oh, by the way, reckless not be a W. That mustn't be. But into the unknown. Right, so there you go. And think about that. I just had a strong feeling that I need to turn that over. So, and I might, in another timeline, I might not have turned it over. So what I feel that means is somebody feels like they're taking a reckless risk. Well, that's quite good. Lots of R's. A reckless risk where they could lose it all. And I feel it is pride. I feel it's by taking a risk, like, because you could be rejected, whether that's for a loan, a credit card, the love of your life, a job. You know what I'm saying? A friendship, because I was channeling a lot there about, even if people apologise, somebody can accept your apology, they might not let you back in their life. That could go for friends. That could even go for twin flames. I wouldn't say that really does go for true twin flames, to be honest. It's going to be dependent on each situation, but I wouldn't say that, like I said, unconditional love is unconditional love, but each to your own. But that's where the treasure lies. So you miss out if you don't take the risk, if you don't you stop being so cautious all the time. That's very Capricorn. You don't get the treasure. Those who dare to risk and all that. Right, so let's now read these. So, growth. We read it the other day, but we didn't learn the lesson, guys, so we're reading it again. Or someone didn't out there. Your message is best expressed when you're uniquely you. And that is literally what I channeled yesterday. It feels kind of like what I was channeling today as well. Grass is excited. He's ready to tell his best friend Weed that he's gay, but Weed reacts negatively, and for the first time, first of many judgmental encounters for Grass, remember, judgment and anything to do with judging or fairness is Libra, and also shadow side would be judgmental. For years, he is turned down for jobs, even when he applies for an apartment. Grass fights for the right to live where he wants and wins, but soon after he moves into his new apartment, someone breaks in and attacks him. That's like when I said that's what happens in As Good As It Gets, and that's actually on the movie channel again. It was on it earlier. I didn't watch it, but I just saw that it was on again. In the hospital, his loved ones gather, sharing stories of Grass, who Grass was to them. He dies, leaving behind his legacy of love and courage. Oh my god, the cards today were courage and playfulness. Grass says break away. It may be time for a change of scenery. Oh look, so the lesson is people aren't breaking away from toxicity, because the card yesterday was released toxic relationships. So this is why it's coming up. This will be interesting if this comes up again in the next week. And this ain't fucking me, by the way. I've hardly got any fucking pals left. I've let everybody go. Oh my god, look what's on. I'm only joking. I've still got friends. Ones that got my back. Risk it all. How weird is that? Really cool though. That's funny that I said just kidding. No, we're not just kidding. Risk it all. If you're guided to risk it all, risk it all. That's funny. It may be time for a change of scenery. Visit a foreign country, embark on a new enterprise, or learn a skill. Most importantly, grow. Yeah, and how weird that we're not growing if we're getting the same card again, collective. What have I outgrown? Am I willing to become independent? Taking a stand, living your truth, lack of safety, clash in values, teaching by example, warrior, peace, and courage. And I'm not bothering reading the wee meditation. Right. Impatience. So, oh yeah, and I said about the throat chakra. This is the heart chakra, and this is the throat chakra. And then I've got a root chakra essential oil blend burning in the living room. Right. Electric blue moon. If I don't take care of it, it'll never happen. Ethan grows impatient, waiting for dawn, so he buys a used moon. Once it's in the sky, he steps back to see his handiwork. The moon will not stay in place unless he holds the cord. That's being controlling. Sky God assures him that, oh, and that was what I channeled today about releasing control and let go. Oh, that's all making sense. Sky God assures him that dawn will come when he lets go. But Ethan is fearful and grips on the cord until he falls asleep and releases. This is fascinating me. I'm going to need to watch this, but this is all tying in. When he awakens, dawn has come and the radiant light is... Oh, the radiant light in the sky is blocked, but only by his used moon. So when you... This is crazy. When you try to control things, when you try to desperately cling on or make things happen, or, you know, when you don't let go and detach, you stop happy surprises coming about of any kind. You stop happy manifestations. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. And it was only, the light was only blocked because that guy had interfered with it. So I'm saying, guy, you could be a woman as well. Now is not the time to make a rushed decision. You have made your needs known, now leave it alone. You may block something wonderful from coming to you if you're hasty. Am I jumping the gun? If I'm honest with myself, am I forcing something? Yeah, so don't, oh my God, I'm sorry. Think about the story, now I know, think about the story I told at the start of this. If I had fucking jumped out of bed and got all ready, just because somebody had informed me my twin flame was there, and remember, this was about 100 years ago. So really, you know, the jury's out. A lot of people would do that, but I'd just be cringing and dying cringing inside for myself. Like, there's just no way my fucking ego would let me do that shit. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't give a shit, right? That's desperate as fuck. Sorry if you've ever done anything like that. I don't find that attractive. I wouldn't find that attractive. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't know. At this stage in the game, I probably would if somebody made that effort. But do you know what I mean? That's hilarious. Bit different for me, because I was the one that woke up first, so bit of a different ballgame. Right. Probably why I'm an expert at letting go. See what I've done there? And it never gets any easier. Well, it gets easier as time goes on, but yeah, so that, yeah, the story at the start, I would have been forcing it. And now there's, oh God, how cheesy. They don't know about us, by the way, and I only discovered that. So it's One Direction, but I only discovered it again when it randomly suggested. I was like, what's this? So I couldn't really tell you what it goes like, but yeah, just don't try to control something. That's basically it. Am I, wait a minute, scarcity thinking, being exhausted by your efforts, success through patience, unfolding revelation success. Imagine something close your eyes. Imagine something you strongly desire. The electric moon, the electric blue moon appears and begins to cool the heat of your emotions. Write down any communication you receive in the moonlight. And when we say write down, you could write down after you open your eyes, but you could also just write it in the sky. Just choose a word. Write a word in the sky. And actually, they're telling me, see the word that you get in the sky? Ask for a word specifically from your twin flames higher self. And if anyone's not too shy to share, you can share, or you can just keep that to yourself. It is a message from the Council of the Great Spirits. No, it's fucking not, right? It's a message to your twin flames higher self. Right, anyway. So, let's clarify growth with a Chakra Wisdom Oracle. So what have we got today? Now, just one card, please. Because my Thai curry is going to come soon. And that's not a surprise because I know it's on its way. See what I said? I've weaved that in to what I channeled earlier. I know with certainty that it's on its way because I've ordered it. You need to have that kind of certainty with the things that you've ordered from, whether you want to call it universe, God, whatever. Align with what is you want. Queen of Cups. Right, so, and we've got, oh, how interesting. So Queen of Cups is a loving woman. You know, she's looking after herself, she's caring for others. I'll read what it says in that book specifically because it's got interesting takes on it. And on the bottom of the deck, it's the Devil in reverse. It's like, you're being guided, whether you're a man, woman, whatever you identify as, to put the deck. Look, is that a person in your life that's holding you back, that's stopping you from moving towards the cup runneth over, the Ace of Cups, true love, you know, new beginnings in love, celebrations, birth of something new, a new relationship. It can be birth in the sense of babies and stuff as well. It's who is this person, or who are the energies that keep appearing that are keeping you away from growing? You've learned your karmic lessons with this devil energy. That's like what I channeled the other day about the devil. I think that was just yesterday, or the day before. Put it behind you. And then we've got the Emperor, Divine Masculine, regardless of gender, on the back. Right. Okay, so we're just going to go with the Queen of Cups. So I'm not doing this favourite. Right, so Queen of Cups. Oh, right. And that is clarifying the growth. The card of emotional healing makes a lot of sense. The elegant queen owns her realm and is willing to fill her cup with tears if need be, and the sun summons healing. And what was I saying? I was crying a lot yesterday. And then as soon as I just let it all come out, because I was like, fuck, this is brutal. But I just let it out, and then I feel so much better today. I felt really, God, worlds apart. I felt completely different. So let it out. She brings harmony to disharmony and solace to heartache. She reunites us with the vocabulary of emotion and puts us on the path of our legacy. That's why I was reading it from the book. I mean, that's beautiful. Someone in your ancestry sacrificed a great deal to ensure your survival. Can you energetically feel into the love your ancestors had for you? They are your spirit guides. Guys, notice the synchronicity of me saying what I said about my grandma, and I lit a candle for the ancestors earlier. Oh, that's funny. Keep going. Feelings will come and go like thunderstorms. Hiding under a tree was never the safest option. Well, that is absolutely confirming that what I felt yesterday was collective. Calmness, see, this is why it helps me too when I do this. Calmness, being gifted, artistic dreamer, comfort, tender heart, intuition, psychic, spirituality. Reversed, but we didn't pull it reversed, but reversed it's abandonment, which many people are in. Narrow-mindedness, reactionary, and intolerance. Breathe and lean into a past that goes beyond you. Into an emotional memory from your ancestors. You can close your eyes if you want. I don't know if I ever told you open your eyes actually, but open your eyes. Every family has an emotional theme. What was yours? Ask yourself, what about this can I use to create my own dream come true? That's about limiting beliefs too. Draw on what makes you happy about your family and smile as you recall the memory. Oh, that's honestly making me emotional, the fact that I said that about my grandma and the mug, because it's true. I was like, I bought that mug in like fucking Card Factory about, I don't know. Oh, undiscovered. That deeper part of you is undiscovered. You're finding that part of you. Yeah, and when I bought it, that's what I mean. I've done that for like 20 years or something, 15, 20 years, probably about 20 years. When I buy things that have got words on it, I set an intention and and keep it somewhere you can see it. Everywhere's a vision board to me. People will know that when I done my vision board workshop, I taught lots of my little inside secrets. So I'll keep that for my book. Or I might run that workshop again. Right, so what do we need to know to clarify this windfall of abundance that's apparently coming to the collective? Follow through, yeah, wait, oh my god, that's kind of funny, isn't it? Follow through. Hopefully not in that sense. Prosperity sisters or happiness, right, I can't, fucking hell. We're long past the 36 banter though. Look, I'm saying I can't because I channeled about the power of joy to get in alignment. Prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. Basically, in order to attract prosperity or more happiness of any kind, or the things that you want to happen in your life, whether it's love, money, blah, 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 whatever, get happy. Get the happiest you can be right now in this moment, or as soon as possible. Shift into the vibration. You can feel sorry for yourself a little bit, but then fucking pick yourself back up again. Like I said, that's why I shared I was crying yesterday, and now I'm Feeling pretty upbeat. Can't even remember the words. Shivers. Ooh. Give me the shivers. Maybe you're going to get the shivers with something that happens. Right, okay. Oh, I'm reading the wrong fucking book. Where's the book? Right. 23, I'm hurrying now. Oh, look, thanks, look. Thank you for that, Spirit, because the brother's going to go. An unfinished idea that needs finishing. So the windfall of abundance comes when you follow through the idea. Boom, makes sense. And that doesn't need to be about money too. That can be about something that's going to bring you something that feels like Christmas has come all at once. Something happy goes when you don't delay and you follow through on what it is you want to do. Allowing yourself to say it's done, following through and nurturing your relationships. If it was upside down, which we didn't get that, it would be, I need to tie up loose ends, leaving your energy scattered in unfinished business, not doing what you said you were going to do. Was your big, beautiful masterpiece left unfinished? A book, a symphony? Notice I just mentioned a book right before I pulled this. Something you began but didn't fully birth. Right now is the perfect time to revisit an old dream that was always meant to happen. That's not a coincidence. What the fuck is that under my nails? You go and clean them. It's a perfect time to follow through with people, projects, promises and ideas. Tying up loose ends will allow you to interact with integrity, I channeled that earlier, to keep all your energetic resources intact. When you set out to start something new, you place a bit of your energetic self, time, money, energy, intentions into the hopes of that new beginning. This is fucking mental, this synchronicity. I literally just said I planted the intention when I bought that mug of what it meant to me. And I've just never, it always reminds me when I start to lose a bit of hope. Leaving a project floating or unfinished can niggle away at the back of your mind long after the business has been forgotten. Oh, I don't know if I can notice that. I've got a lot better at that over the years. That nagging voice that says you didn't do what you said you were going to do can drain you energetically, and that guilt can even become a sense of diminished self-worth and lack of accomplishment. If your heart knows, and if you've got ADHD of any kind, whether it's this type that I've got, inattentive, or the other one, that's a big thing, right? You do need support with that. And if you want to call me an ADHD coach, you can call me that, because I've got it and I do help a lot of people with that. But it's another label that fucks it. I've got enough labels. But it's a thing, if you're leaving all these half-done things around, you're going to feel like you're not going to feel very good about yourself, basically. So you need to find ways of how to feel like you're accomplishing something. If your heart knows it's not meant to happen, it's time to officially close the energetic ties that bind. Oh my God. That's definitely the karmic things people are needing to release. And even, like I said, to a different sort of, to sort of put a different spin on it, you do actually have to do that with your twin flame as well. You do have to just, if it helps you, just act like it's not going to happen, but without the sort of doom and gloom around it. Just fucking move on. But that doesn't mean getting under something to get over something. That doesn't work, because ultimately, if you want your twin flame, that's not going to fucking work, is it? But anyway, I'm not going into all that, because it's different for different people. Right. What do you need to finish? What needs closure? Oh, and that's Mercury retrograde. It's time to reclaim all of those energy strings so you can use them to weave your brightest future. What's unfinished business could you close off that would make you feel buoyant? And again, look at that. That's clarifying that. Windfall of abundance, or at least money or good shit happens when you follow through on your ideas. Whether it's finishing a business idea, whether it's reaching out to someone you want to reach out to, that you keep writing the text, not doing it, writing the text, not doing it. It's like, follow through with what you want to do. Are you following through and following up with your relationships and your connections? Well, that's just repeated what I've just said. Are you better at starting or finishing things? How can you use this knowledge to plan your next steps effectively? Watch this. That'd be funny if the buzzer goes right. And oh look, and there's that song I like, September. So there might be a significance about September. Fuck Claire, that's fucking ages away to live with them. It might be your birthday or something. It might be your twins' birthday. I don't know. Might be when someone's union is. Right. But it's just that they drew my attention to it. Yeah, maybe actually someone to do business. Once you learn the lesson you're maybe learning here, right, and you learn some patience about whatever it is, it's going to be a lucrative. Oh, and that's not a word I use. A lucrative investment, because Capricorn's about the long game. When you follow through the idea, and I think by September, you'll be quids in, whatever that's about. Right, so clarifying how many times have we caused ourselves pain because we failed to pause and think. how would my best self view and respond to the situation? And again, if you tie that in with what I just channeled, your best self would be like, what have you got to lose? When you keep holding something off and not putting out there or not contacting the person, you're just going to feel shitter and shitter. So see the bigger picture and let your fears dissolve. See you later.